This Friday, May 8th, marks the 70th anniversary of VE Day, the day in 1945 that the Allied forces declared victory in Europe during World War II.
It wouldn't be long before millions of GIs would be heading home from a world away to a whole new world at home.
And tonight, we take a unique look back at that monumental time through a once famous lens. The year is 1943, and a national publication is looking for the perfect place to portray American life on the home front. And where did they turn to? Glens Falls, New York.
So this is the Hometown USA collection.
Todd DeGarmo of the Folk Life Center at Crandall Public Library is talking about more than 5,000 images taken for Look magazine, a prominent national publication that told its stories primarily through pictures.
You can see it's kind of a whole range of, it's normal on the home front kind of feel.
It conjures up, a world where everything is right.
6 photographers spent nearly a year in the Glens Falls area, capturing these images of small-town America, wholesome and humble, yet strong and patriotic.
Obviously, during World War II, saying the Pledge of Allegiance, prayer was a strong feeling.
And sending a message to the world, at home and abroad.
I think they were trying to show that, everything was normal, and everybody was, still going ahead and life as usual.
And what better way to project that image than the opening shot to the 6-piece series, which would run in 1944. Well, that is a beautiful shot. That is hometown America for sure.
Isn't that amazing?
It shows school letting out in Glens Falls on a typical day. But in the 7 decades since, much has changed. The building in the upper right, where students once headed to class, became apartments and home to some of the greatest generation who both saved and transformed the world we know today. Many gave their lives to save the world from fascism. And for those who were able to return home like Richard Donovan, the world they had left behind, well, that was already changing. On the home front, Glens Falls, reflecting the rest of America, was already swinging its way into the post-war era and its seismic societal shifts.
It was a turning point in vocational opportunities for women.
By now, there were a lot of women working inside that mill, would you say?
Sure, kind of the Rosie Riveter.
Rosie Riveter, but taking on, working many
because a lot
jobs.
of the men were gone, right?
Sure.
They're all fighting.
And when the GIs came home, they would marry, start families, and raise the baby boom generation, who would usher in a whole new wave of social change. And many of the opportunities enjoyed today are rooted in these images.
And in fact, one of the rumblings, not so apparent at the time, proved to be a big step toward desegregation because at least in the armed forces, when black soldiers for the first time marched side by side with white troops. So a lot was going on behind those images.
Oh, wonderful pictures to look back over.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun to do.
That was great.